Jungkook lost in deep thoughts, a glass of whiskey placed on his table in front of him, untouched. Laptop is open, but his eyes not staring at files. Sudden phone ring dragged him to his real world. Without glancing at the screen, he picked it up, but the voice on the call started boiling his blood. Remember me, Jungkook? Deep, calm, but shaking words pushing him into his past. Even after my death, I never forget you, and I will make sure this for you too. You don't need to do anything, Jungkook. I never forget you and your father. His smell of blood keeps me alive for you. You thought I die, but bad luck of yours. I came back for you, and this time more stronger. The house was quite too quiet, the kind of silence that pressed against the wall and made even breathing feel loud. Vine sat on the edge of the bed, trying to steady her shaking hands. The familiar ache in back had returned, sharp and merciless, crawling up her spine like fire beneath her skin. Ah, she hissed under her breath, pressing her palm against her lower back. Not again. I can't bear this anymore. Her voice trembled, barely a whisper in the stillness. Then she heard three soft knocks. Her breath skipped. Yes, come in, she said, forcing her voice to stay calm. The door opened. Two doctors entered. One she recognized immediately. The same man who had come that night when Jungkook was bleeding, and Chao's had swallowed the man whole. This time a woman walked beside him, calm eyes, professional smile, yet sharp enough to notice everything. The male doctor greeted politely. Hello, ma'am. Hi. What are you doing here? I am fine. I don't need any treatment. The doctor exchanged a brief glance with his colleague. We are not here for treatment, he said gently. Just a routine checkup. Miss Vine, don't worry. The woman stepped closer. Sam, the female doctor, may I see your wounds just to make sure they are healing properly? Vine nodded faintly, pulling the seat aside. The woman's hands were light but deliberate as she checked each wound one by one. They will heal in a few days, the female doctor said finally, her voice soft but reassuring. Don't worry, all right. Are there any other injuries we should know about? Vine shook her head. No. Any pain? Your legs, ankles, arms? Nothing serious. Vine replied after a pause. Just my back. It's been aching again. The doctor frowned slightly. Did it start after the accident? No, it's an old problem. Old? Yeah, I had back pain for almost 2 years. I used to take painkillers just to get through the day. But lately it was fine, even without them. Until today, it's bad again. I could barely sit up. The female doctor hesitated. Can I see your back, Miss Wyan? Wyan hesitated too. There's nothing serious, doctor. It's just a usual pain. It will fade. Listen, Wyan, she said softly, stepping closer. I can't prescribe anything without knowing what's really happening. Let me take a look. It will help us treat you properly. Wyan exhaled, reluctant but too tired to argue. Okay. She turned her body slightly, exposing her curve of her back. The doctor's fingers pressed the skin carefully, her expression tightening as she traced faint, uneven mark that should not have been there. After a few seconds, the doctor stepped back. All right, I will give you medication. You will be fine soon, okay? Wine nodded, her eyes heavy with exhaustion. As they left, she sank back into the bed, cuddling slightly to ease the pain. Within minutes, sleep claimed her again. Downstairs, Jungkook stood near the window, his back to the staircase, the faint glow of morning catching the edge of his sharp jawline. He turned the moment the doctors appeared. Is everything okay? As he asked, voice calm but clipped. The male doctor spoke first. Her wounds are healing well, Mr. Jeon. 2 weeks and she will be fine. The female doctor looked at Jungkook, then really looked. Something in her eyes changed. Why are you asking, Mr. Jeon? She asked, her tone rising suddenly. You care now, doctor? The male physician hissed, stepping forward. Watch your tone. But she didn't stop. He's beating her daily. And now he's asking if she's fine. Really? Jungkook's eyes narrowed, and he took one silent step forward. He didn't need to raise his voice. His presence alone was enough to freeze the air. What did you say? His voice was low, deadly calm. Mr. John, please don't mind her. She new here. She doesn't know you. He exhaled sickly. Actually, Miss Wine complained about severe back pain. When we examined her, there were a lot of marks. We can't identify the cause without a full checkup at hospital. Jungkook's jaw tightened. She fell this morning. Could that be a reason? No, she said. She had back pain for 2 years. We will know more after test. For now, we have given her medication to ease the pain. Okay, Jungkook replied quietly. They left soon after, but their words stayed behind, echoing like ghosts in the hall. Jungkook stood by her door long after the doctors had gone. Slowly, he pushed the door open. She is sleeping. He walked closer, slowly, quietly. Jungkook stopped beside her bed. His gaze fell on the thin bandage covering her wounds, the curve of her shoulder, the small winch that crossed her face even in sleep. He reached out instinctively, his hand hovering over her cheek, but he stopped midway, fingers trembling slightly before he pulled them back. He turned, sitting silently on the couch near her bed. For a long moment, he just watched her breath, her face, her wounds, like he tried to feel her all pain. 2 years, the doctor's voice echoed in his mind. She's been in pain for 2 years. Wine stirred her brows, frowning slightly, as if caught in a dream she couldn't escape. Without thinking, Jungkook stood and walked to her side again. He adjusted the blanket gently, pulling it up to her shoulders. The movement made her open her eyes. For a second, easy and focused, he froze. Jungkook? Yeah, it's me, he said softly. You are here, she blinked, half asleep. I just wanted to make sure you are okay. She gave a faint nod and closed her eyes again. Jungkook, I want to go. He didn't answer. He turned away and walked to the window, pulling out a cigarette he never lit. The lighter stayed in his palm. He had so long ago that his world didn't have space for tenderness. But every time she looked at him with those tired eyes, broken but unafraid, it chipped away at that belief. He exhaled slowly, resting his forehead against the cold window pane. I don't know what you have been through, wine, he whispered into darkness. But I swear, whoever hurt you won't breathe easy again. Wine standing near window when J.K. knocked on her door, but before she said anything, he entered her room. Get ready, you have appointment at hospital. Why? I'm not going anywhere, especially with you. Vine turned her face towards window and staring outside. Silence spread into the room. You don't need to come with me. For now, your checkup is more important for me. Jimin will come with you. I know you are more open with him. I said I'm not going anywhere. Can't you understand? Okay, then suffer with your pain every second. Leave from there and call Jimin. I need your help. Okay, tell me. Come home and convince Ryan to go to hospital. Hospital? Why? Come home. I will tell you everything. After some time, Jimin come. He meet with JK in his study room. What happened? Is she okay? Last night she tried to run away from here, but fortunately I got her first. But in this process she got injured and for her checkup I called our family doctor and they told me she has scars on her back and her back is in pain. So I decided to do her full body checkup. But she is so stubborn. Please ready her somehow. Jimin tried to lighten the situation. Strange, the most dangerous mafia John Jungkook saying please in front of me. Say one more time, it's make me happy. Shut up, go and start your work. Stop wasting time here. First tell me why you care for her so much. A mischievous smile appeared on his face. After a long pause, JK replied with low voice, still in deep thought. I don't know, but every time I'm near her, I feel something different. Whenever I see her in pain, my heart starts aching. Wayne come downstairs for breakfast. He saw Jimin already there, sipping his coffee. Hey Wayne, how are you? Good. Come, let's have breakfast together. I'm not hungry. Jungkook told me you have appointment. Wayne ignored him and sit in front of him on dining table. Yeah, but I'm not going anywhere. If you are here to tell me. Before she finished her line, Jimin's voice stopped her in mid. But I'm not telling you to go to hospital. I'm here to ask for your help. Vine looked at him with her suspicious eyes. Help? Why you need my help? Ask Jungkook or your bodyguard. I can't take risk my life asking help from them. Vine looked at him in confusion. His smile looked normal, but still her mind telling her not to believe. What you want, say it clearly. Okay, he exhaled sharply. I'm going to meet my girlfriend. Can you come with me and pick some gifts for her? Actually, because of my work, I spend less time with her. And today, I want to surprise her. Why me? I mean, please, Vine. You are my last hope, please. Jimin looking at her with his puppy eyes. First, Vine want to deny his request, but thinking about his girlfriend, she agreed to go with him. Okay, I'm coming. Stop looking at me with those eyes. Thank you, Vine. They both sit in Jimin's car and he drove from there. After 1 hour, Jimin stopped his car in front of Hugh's building. Vine come out of his car. Vine, let's go. Stepped out of his car. The outside air kissed her skin. Free, wild, almost foreign. For the first time in so long, she could finally breathe like herself again. They moved forward towards building entrance when she noticed something. Wait, Jimin, she shouted at him. You fooled me, you lied to me and took me here at hospital. She looked at him with her sharp eyes and angry face. I should not have believed you. I'm going from here. No one, wait. She is going when someone called her from behind and she stopped. Miss Vine. She turned in the direction of voice and looked at the doctor. Please don't go. It's for you and for your pain. Please come with me. It will take few hours to complete your checkup and then I will treat your pain completely. And I'm sure you also don't want to endure this pain. Please come with me. Wine looked at her eyes, her innocence make my decision weak, and without saying anything, she started walking with her. After her all test completed, Wine come out from doctor's cabin and saw Jimin waiting in the waiting area. When he saw, he gets up and asks her politely. Concern is clearly visible in his voice. Are you okay? Yeah, fine. Let's go first eat something. I'm tired. I want to go home. But why? You haven't eaten anything since morning. Listen, Vine, I know you are angry with me, but please, let's eat something. And after that, you can scold me, okay? I'm sorry, Vine. Jimin feel her distance. Her mood is not good. He tried to apologize. It's okay. I know all these are for my health. You did it because Jungkook, right? After this whole ride was silent, Jimin dropped her mansion and returned to his work. Jungkook working on his laptop in his study room when he got a call from Jimin. Yes, Jimin, any update? Can you come over at my place? It's urgent. His voice is calm for other, but JK knew even the minor change in his tone. Okay, I'm coming. He had never been so impatient before. He drive as fast as he can and reached his destination. Jimin is in his office flipping the page of files placed in front of him. His angelic face looked different today. The lamp across the table describing his worry by its light, strong and deep. What is it? Jungkook asked, his voice low, detached. Jimin didn't answer right away. He walked forward and placed a brown folder on the desk. The faint rustle of paper sounds too loud in the still room. Jungkook's eyes flickered towards it. What's that? Wine's hospital report and something else you need to see. He reached for the folder, hesitated, then opened it. Inside, printed scans, photographs, and medical notes. His gaze landed on the first image, her back, bare skin, marked with faint, pale scar, some healed, some deeper. Trace of an old war, not the kind with bullets, but with pain repeated over years. For a moment, the air left his lungs. His finger tightened on the page, knuckles turning white. What? His voice came out, strained, barely audible. Doctor is here. She will explain you. Dr. Sim entered in his office. Jungkook looked at her and his expression changed immediately. You? She is calm but visible uneasy. She bowed slightly, holding another set of paper in her hand. Mr. John, she said, her tone steady but respectful. I was asked to explain Miss Wine's condition to you personally. Jungkook said nothing, only gesture for her to continue. The doctor took a breath. The scans show that Miss Wine has severe muscles and nerves damage along her lower back. These are not new injuries. They have been building up over a long time. Continuous trauma, physical impact, pressure can cause microfracture and inflammation around the spine. In her case, it's not from one accident, it's from repeated strain over months, even years. Her eyes lifted briefly on Jungkook's, then lower again. Jungkook's throat worked as he swallowed, his gaze still fixed on the photo in front of him. Jimin spoke quietly, almost a whisper. She never told anyone. The reports say she's been taking strong painkiller for years, even before she came here. The doctor nodded. She must have been enduring unbearable pain every day. What worries me now is that her body can't bear it anymore. The nerves are too sensitive. Even a small injury can trigger immense pain. Jungkook leaned back in his chair slowly, as if his body could no longer hold its own weight. He stared at the image again, her back, those faded lines, each one a story she never told. He remembered every moment she has flinched when he raised his voice, every time she had turned away too quickly when he walked near her, every time she would said, "I'm fine," while holding herself like she was made of glass. His jaw clenched and he closed the folder with trembling hand. Jungkook's eyes darkened, a thousand unspoken questions flashing behind them. She never complained, Jungkook whispered, almost to himself. He ran a hand over his face, the weight of his all pressing down like lead. All this time, I thought I was the one giving her pain, but she was already. He stopped, his voice cracked slightly, and he looked away. The doctor's expression softened. Sometimes people who suffer that long learn to hide it too well. Is it permanent? He asked after a long pause. The doctor hesitated. If she continued to be under physical or emotional stress, yes, the damage could become irreversible. The word hit harder than bullet. He lowered his gaze, eyes shadowed, voice breaking into something raw. She doesn't deserve this, any of it. After a long moment, Jungkook stood. His movements were slow, heavy, as though the air itself resisted him. He turned to Jimin. Find out everything about her past, every name, every person who could have done this to her. I want the truth. Jimin nodded quietly. The doctor lowered her eyes and began to leave. But before stepping out, she said softly, Mr. John, sometimes pain like her doesn't just come from the body, it comes from the heart. If you want her to heal, truly, she needs peace more than medicine. He looked down at the folder one last time, the image of her scar staring back at him, and for the first time in years, Jeon Jungkook felt his own heart ache. He came back, his footsteps echoed through the hallway, sharp, lonely sound, swallowed by the vast silence of the mansion. Outside her door, he stopped, his hand hovered above the handle for a long time. For the first time in years, he felt something unfamiliar. Hesitation. He had walked into rooms of men who wanted him dead without flinching. But this door, her door, felt heavier than all of them. Finally, he turned the knob. The room was dim again, lit only by the warm glow of beside lamp. While lay beneath the blanket, asleep, her breath slow and soft. He walked to the chair beside her bed and sat down. For a long while he said nothing, he just watched her. He leaned forward, elbow resting on his knees, his gaze softening in a way no one had ever seen before. His voice, when it came, was barely a whisper. I saw your report. He let out a shaky breath. You should have told me, Ryan. I thought he stopped, his voice cracking for the first time. I thought your silence meant hate or fear, but it wasn't that, was it? He reached out, his finger brushing against the back of her hand, lightly, like he was afraid she might shatter it if he pressed too hard. I didn't see it, he whispered. You were in pain right in front of me, and I didn't see it. He looked at her face again, the faint crease between her brows, the tiny scar near her temple he would never noticed before. Each mark, each bruise, told a story he had never asked to hear. Who hurt you? He whispered, voice breaking. Who made you live with that pain? You endured it for years, and still you didn't ask for anything. He exhaled, his voice trembling now. You didn't even ask for help, just keep surviving. I have destroyed men for less than this, he muttered bitterly. But when it comes to you, don't even know how to fix what already been done. I don't deserve your forgiveness, he said softly, but you will have my protection. From this day forward, no one touches you, no one hurts you, not even faith.